Hello, I'm Rob Durham, author of Don't Wear Shorts on Stage. Recently, a comedian buddy asked me if I thought comedy classes were a good idea. And before I get to that answer, feel free to email me or comment any questions you want me to field in the future, and go ahead and subscribe. I think the answer to our comedy class is a good idea depends on who's teaching them and how much feedback you're going to get. The ones I would stay away from are the ones where it's a couple $100 and they're only one day and you're in a large room with a bunch of other comedians. You're going to get someone that's basically a comic just talking about his stories over the years, and you're not going to get a lot of that feedback. If you want just tips on the business, hell, my book works for that. So, or you can just talk to other professional comedians. You don't need to spend hundreds of dollars just for a one-day event. The first thing you should look for is who is teaching the class. Do their goals align with yours? Look up their schedule. Do they have a web page still? Are they, working all cruise ships, private parties, one-nighters? Do they work in a lot of comedy clubs? Who do they work with? Look at those kind of things. See if they're where you want your career to go, because that's how they're going to be able to guide you. If they have different goals and gigs than what you want to do, then they're probably not the right person for you. Second, take a look at how they handle themselves. Is it some guy drinking Busch beer at 10 a.m. that looks like he slept in his car the night before, or is it a professional comedian? So, again, you can tell a lot just by their website and their schedule. That's the way bookers judge comedians, by their schedule. It's the same way you can judge a comedy teacher. Also, look and see when they were most successful. If they haven't done anything in 20 years, then their formula for success may be a bit outdated. Again, they may be pretty hacky. I've seen a lot of guys advertising their comedy classes on Facebook, and some of them I just cringe at because they're so out of date. If they have a stage name or some shtick, just stay away, save your money. It's fair to ask for references. Other comics are probably going to lie on behalf of their buddy that's running the class, because maybe they're part of it or something, but see if you can find former students. And do those former students perform anymore? Are they honest with you as well? Do they think it's a good value? Normally if they feel ripped off, they're not gonna put in a good word for this guy. So do your references as well. Ask other comics about whoever is teaching too. If we've heard of him, we'll be happy to dish and let you know whether he is legit. I know one class that was very successful right here in St. Louis is Andy Smith ran one for women only. Only female comics could take this, and she worked really hard with those women. And I know she was very happy with the progress that they made, and they were very happy as well. She's going to continue those when things are back to normal. So look for things like that. Good trusted comics that have the experience and stay up to date on their act. You can really trust them. I think the main thing comics need in a class is feedback so they know what to improve on. And that can be just material, or it can actually be the stage presence and other little things that go on as part of your performance. So that's why, again, I don't like the one-day things. It needs to be at least 4 sessions. 4 to 8 sessions seems ideal. And a lot of classes will actually have a graduation show at the end of their 4 to 8 sessions, which I think is a good idea. You should be careful, though. What kind of feedback are you getting? Is the guy just blowing smoke up your ass because he wants you to feel like you got a good value, or not? I know whenever I write something, I have to get some honest opinions before I put it out there. That's just whether it's a book or, that's why we go to open mic and do our jokes, is we want to see if they're going to work in front of a test audience. So be careful of someone just, helping your ego out so that you feel like it was worth your money. I think the pros of comedy classes are, again, you get feedback. There's someone there to coach you on some of the things other than material. And it disciplines you to keep getting back on stage. It gives you something to work for. The cons are, of course, you have to spend some money. So I would, again, nothing over $200. Your feedback may not be honest. And, really, it just could be a complete ripoff if the guy doesn't know what he's doing in the business today. Comedy is constantly moving and changing. So don't trust some old hack with the future of your comedy career. Speaking of feedback, I'm considering opening my own little business where, you'd send me a clip from open mic or a show, and I'd be happy to provide feedback as well. If that sounds interesting, you do, email me at robdurhamcomedy@gmail.com, and I'll send you details on what that would cost. Also, again, check out my book on Amazon, Don't Wear Shorts on Stage, available in ebook and paperback. I'll see you next time.